Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show. If you have a minute, I have an opinion. Today, I am doing something different. Because I have a large group with me, I'll get to try a massive amount of dim sum. We're going to CANTON Manor, a Cantonese restaurant located in Bayside Queens, New York City. CANTON Manor has daily dim sum service and loads of choices. Since we're here on the weekend, there are even more choices. At the end of this video, follow me as I count down my top 3 favorites. You won't want to miss it. Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show, and today we're back at CANTON Manor in Bayside, Queens. Now, we've been here before, we've had dinner service, but this time we're going to have dim sum. My first time filming a dim sum service at this restaurant. We're going to try several dishes today, and we're going to do something a little different. We're going to show you all the dim sums, but we're also going to do a top 3 of my favorites. So we're going to count down from number 3 all the way down to number 1, and I'll let you know which one is my favorite. Enjoy this video, and we'll see you very soon with all the dim sums. The siumai. Now the siumai looks pretty interesting. It's very colorful. There's some fish roe on top. There's that nice thin skin, the egg skin, and also some pork. So this is pork siumai. I'm wondering if there's any shrimp in there. Not sure. I don't think there will be, but we're gonna try this. Okay, now it's time to try some of the dim sum. Now I'm going to try the siumai first. Let's see it. The siumai has shrimp in it, so it's shrimp and pork. Great texture, not too salty. It's quite delicious. Nice, springy texture. Very good. Okay, we got the junjigai, which is the lotus wrapped sticky rice. As we open this thing up, we're going to see a bunch of sticky rice right here, and it's in pretty good size. It's about 3.5 inches by 2 inches, and there should be some meat in here. So we're going to try this. The next dish that we're having is the junjigai. Now junjigai is the lotus sticky rice wrap, and here is the junjigai. Now it's very interesting. There's not a lot of gravy in here. In fact, I don't see any gravy in here. So this is a different implementation of this dish. Let's give this a try. Okay, now there is some gravy here. It's not so bad. To me, I like it with a little more gravy. There's not a whole lot of gravy in here. I feel that this dish is just adequate. Definitely needs more gravy. I see that the dish in here is mainly shrimp and some chicken. I don't see any pork in here, which is quite unusual. But yeah, it seems to be a different implementation of the dish. Is spare ribs, and I don't see any black bean sauce here. So it is jalapenos and spare ribs. It's a pretty big plate, pretty substantial, and these are cut into pretty big pieces. We're gonna give this a try. Okay, next dish I'm having is the spare ribs. Here's the spare rib, and it looks really bouncy. It looks like a good texture and looks velvety. Yes, I can taste that cornstarch. You know, I really like this. It's so tender. Very nice velveting on that. I really like that. This is shrimp hagal. Now, the hagal here looks pretty nice. It's very thin, the skin, and I can see the pinkness of the shrimp. So there's 4 of them, and it's steaming hot. Next, we're trying the siumai. This is the siumai right here. It's a pretty big piece, about 1.25 inches, and it looks like it's loaded with 2 shrimps. Let's try this. Look at that. Super fresh. Siumai is nice and crunchy. Great texture and super fresh. It really stands out. I really especially like the skin on this. It's very slippery. Some is dalung, which is the rice rolls with the fried cruller on the middle, the crunchy cruller, and it comes with a soy sauce and some sesame seeds. There's 3 of them. Pretty generous portion here. So we're gonna try this. Oh, I forgot to mention that there's also some hoisin sauce on this side. The next dim sum that I'm having is the dalung, which is the rice noodle roll with the cruller in the middle. I have some hoisin sauce here. Let's try this. I feel that the cruller is a little cold, but the overall flavor is good. Even though it's cold, it's still crunchy. And the rice noodle is very fresh. It's quite delicious. Hey, this dim sum is sesame balls. I was told that there is sesame paste on the inside. There's definitely sesame seeds on the outside. So we're going to bite into this later and see what it's like. The next dish I'm having is the black sesame sesame ball. Now there's a black sesame sauce on the inside. Let's give this a try. Okay. Now this is totally nutty. Nice nutty flavor with a slight bitterness, which is perfect. It's sweet too. The mochi is green. I don't know if that's green tea, but it's green. Not bad. This is actually delicious. This is very good. A great dessert. Another sesame ball, and this sesame ball has red bean on the inside. It's a lighter color compared with the other one. It looks definitely lighter. Whole dish. This is taro and red bean sesame ball. Next I'm going to try is the red bean and yam sesame ball. This is what it looks like. Let's try this. The yam and the red bean paste is very pasty, not dry, not gritty. Perfect. Wow. The skin, look how thin the skin is on this sesame ball. Really remarkable. Not too much mochi. Sometimes they put too much on the skin, but this one's just the right amount. Probably about 3 millimeters. Excellent. Now these are the chive buns. On the inside, there's definitely some chives here. It's been pan-seared on both sides, and we're gonna give this a try. I can really smell the strong chive odor. Next dish I'm trying is the chive bun. Now this has the glutinous rice wrapper, and it's been pan-seared on one side. I think on two sides. And this one surprisingly has giant chunks of shrimp on the inside, along with the chives. The chive smell is there, but it's not overpowering. So let's try. One giant piece of shrimp in my mouth. Really nice. Normally, I don't like the strong flavor of this, but this is actually perfect for me. I like that. That we got is the Blvd. Now this one, I was told, has some custard on the inside. Looks really nice. I like the way that the bun is nice and white, not overdone.
As we crack open the bun, we see the wonderful fluffiness.
This is the Blvd, and it has the custard on the inside. I also heard that it has pineapple bits in it, so let's try this. So nice and sweet. Not super sweet, but sweet enough. It's quite good. Top notch. The Tasu B or the baked chashu bao, baked roast pork bun. Wow, look at this. It's really glistening. Look at that. And I can't wait to give this a try. Next dish I'm going to try is the Tasu B. Now the Tasu B looks nice and juicy. It's small because it's not the full-size Tasu B. Let's try this. So juicy. This is the kind of Tasu B without the onions, but it has a nice filling, and surprisingly, it's not very sweet. I really like this. It's different implementation. This dish is hatang. There are 3 hatangs, 3 shrimp rice rolls on this dish. One of my companions took one, so that's why you only see 2. But you have the sauce, and they look like nice and big shrimps in this rice roll. Next dish is the hatang, or the shrimp rice roll. This is what it looks like, and look how big this shrimp is. Oh my god. These are the probably the 31 shrimps, which are the bigger ones. Let's try this. The rice roll is nice and fresh. Everything's nice and fresh. I love this. It hits everything that a rice roll should be. Slippery. Next dish that we have is the Shinokun, which is the tofu wrapped pork. And these look pretty big, and they're piping hot. We're gonna try these. Okay, the next one is the tofu wrapped pork, Shinokun. Now, this looks really good. I see the bamboo shoots in here already. Interesting. In this version, there's not a lot of pork in here. There's more vegetable in here than pork. It's not totally drowned in sauce. It tastes very good. It's more forward in the tofu arena than in the meat arena. So, yeah, this is all right. Now we have the fengzhao, which is the chicken feet. Once again, this plate is nice and large, and it's piping hot. It has the jalapenos, and it's quite inviting looking because these look really meaty. They're the nice big chicken feet. Okay, the next one that I'm going to have is the fengzhao, or the chicken feet. What's interesting about this is that the sauce usually has a more concentrated flavor. This is actually a lighter flavor. The chicken feet itself is a nice large ones, but there's plenty of skin and cartilage to eat. So, yeah, this chicken feet is lighter on the flavor, but still good in terms of the quantity of meat that you get. It's the beef short rib, or the ngao dai guat. It appears that there aren't any color additives to this ngao dai guat, which is kind of nice. And I'm hoping that these are tender, because sometimes they're not. Okay, the next dish that I'm having is the ngao dai guat. Here's the beef ribs. Let's try this. See how well marinated this is? It's very velveted, so it's easy to chew. I love the flavor. Actually, this is a very good implementation of this dish. Not bad. The beef tendon, or ngao gan, and these are chopped into reasonably small bite-sized pieces. And we'll try this. Okay, the next dish that I'm going to have is the ngao gan, or the beef tendon, is what it looks like. Now, give this a try. It should be very good. It's been boiled down, nice and soft, easy to chew. But interesting. This dish is usually not spicy, but it's actually pretty spicy. On scale of 1 to 10, I would say it's a 6 or 7 in terms of spiciness. Highly unusual, different. This is the aodak, which is the cow innards, the cow tripe. So you can see the stomach right here, and then you can see the spleen over here, and then it comes with some daikon radish, and it's all braised. Looks really good and juicy. Piping hot. Okay, we're going to try the aodak, which is the beef tripe. Now this is the main part, which is the honeycombed stomach. Let's try this. It's nice and fresh. Has that classic flavor. This is totally full size. These slices are in giant slices. I can tell that they recently made it because it's not totally boiled down, so it's not super tender. But if you give it another hour, it will be super tender. So this isn't bad. I like that classic flavor. With every tripe, they would also include some radish, daikon radish. Not bad. It takes the flavor of the sauce that the tripe was sitting in. Nice and tender. Not raw. See here, but this is the lau sa bao, which is the salted egg yolk bun, and it's steamed.
As we crack open the fluffy bun, look at the salty egg yolk lava.
The next dish I'm having is the lava buns. And you can see this is a nice runny lava. It's been sitting around a little bit. It's a little cooler, so I'll take that into account. I can immediately taste the burst of saltiness in that sweet lava egg yolk. But what makes this great is that the bun here is super fluffy. Super fluffy. I love that. It's so good. They don't skimp on the lava. That custard filling is really good. Has a good texture. Look, I got it all over my shirt. The next dish is Blvd, which is leaf tripe. It's a also comes from a cow, and it's something that we normally eat as dim sum. Once again, this needs to be cooked really well in order for it to be edible. We're gonna try the Blvd. Now this is the leaf tripe. Try this. Okay, now this is pretty interesting. It actually doesn't seem to be cleaned that well. I still taste some of that butcher store flavor in it. I mean, it's cooked, but it's hard to get rid of that gamey flavor. This one's more gamey than the other tripe, but it's okay. It's edible. I can chew it. That's the most important thing. But to be honest, it's not my favorite thing. This is called Malai Kring, which is like a Malaysian roll. Now this is faced with egg, sugar, and if I'm not mistaken, egg, sugar, and milk. But this is steamed, and it looks really good. Let's see if it's soft. Yes, it's nice and soft. This dish is the eggplant stuffed with shrimp dim sum. Comes in 3 pieces, and you can see these are quite big. Now this looks like it's 3 inches long. All 3 of them, about 3 inches long. And it comes with this neutral sauce, probably oyster sauce base. We're gonna try this, or should I say I should try half of it. This dish I'm trying is the eggplant with stuffed shrimp. Now this is what it looks like. It's piping hot. When it came out, it was really hot. We're gonna try this. Very hot. This is a very good iteration of this dish. The eggplant skin has this nice fried layer on top. Totally unexpected. I really like that. Eggplant is not totally destroyed. It just keeps its form. I like that. And the shrimp is nice and bouncy and soft. Absolutely delicious. I love their version of this. The cards, we ordered a very novel dish. This one is fish balls, daikon radish, and also some pork skin and some celery. So yeah, it's a bit different. I've never seen this combination before, but it doesn't look bad. Okay, we're going to try this interesting braised dish that we just got, which is the fish balls, the pork skin, and also the daikon. So let's try this. Daikon first. Wow. It's totally neutral. It just tastes like salt water. In fact, it doesn't even taste like it's from a stock. But it has, I mean, it has a slight meat flavor, but I can't tell what kind of meat. Here's the pork skin. Once again, very neutral. It's just like a salty broth. And finally, we have the fish balls. Tastes like the fish ball. That salty broth doesn't provide much other than a little seasoning and a little salt. This, I have to say, is the most neutral dish I've ever had at a Cantonese restaurant. Okay, the next dish that we got is the CHINATOWN, which is the fried sesame ball with the lotus seed. The dish that we got is the hamsoigo, and this is the fried pork dumpling. And wow, this is interesting. There's not any sauce in there. So this is a dried version. Very interesting. The next dish I'm having is the hamsoigo, which is the pork dumpling. Now, when they cut it open, I saw that there wasn't a lot of juice in here, so I was a little concerned. But let's see how their version stacks up with the others I've had. It's interesting. There's not that much pork in here. It's a tiny amount, but
There seems to be a lot of crunchy elements in here, like water chestnut. It's okay, but I prefer the filling to be seasoned a little more. What we have is wu tao go, which is steamed taro cake. Now, this is the type of food that my parents would love, but I'm gonna give this a try. I'm not sure if I'm gonna love this, but we're gonna give this a try. Made with taro. The next dish that I'm having is the steamed taro cake. Now, this is something that I normally don't eat, but someone in my party ordered this, so I'm gonna eat this. Let's see. It's okay. It's not bad. It's the taro with the little rice flour batter. The best thing about this is that the taro, there's the right amount of saltiness in it, but the taro is nice and boiled down. It's not hard, it's not starchy. Somehow they managed to make this not starchy, which is a big plus. But still, in the end, I'm not a huge fan of this. Okay, the meal is over, and what a meal. I had so many dim sums. It really helps when you have 6 other people with you. What I'm going to do today, a little different from my other reviews, is that I'm going to go through my top 3 dim sums. Since we've tried a lot, I think this is a very legit review for my top 3 favorite items that I've had today. Now, starting at number 3, my number 3 favorite dish is the black sesame ball with the black sesame sauce in the middle. That was absolutely delicious. I love the slight sweetness to it. I love that creamy sesame sauce in the middle, and the skin was perfect. It was just a few millimeters thick. It still gave a good crunch and a good chew. I love that. If you come here, you should order that. Now, coming in at number 2, I chose the siumai, and I really love the siumai that they have here. And the reason why is because the siumai had bits of pork and bits of shrimp all mashed up into the ball. Most places, you would only get the siumai with just the pork, but this one, it's integrated. It's a shrimp and pork siumai, and it's a nice neutral flavor, seasoned well, and it tasted great. I really liked it. It actually stood out a lot. I thought it was even better than the hagao. Drum roll for number 1. My number 1 favorite dim sum for today was the eggplant stuffed with shrimp. Now, this was amazing. Normally, I would just ignore this. It's just a pedestrian, normal dish, nothing special. But what made this special is the textures were all right. There was a deep fried texture on the outside of the skin, and there was also the firmness of the eggplant on the inside. It was soft but firm at the same time. It didn't break up. And the shrimp was totally velveted, bouncy, delicious, and it was steamed with this really nice neutral sauce. I don't know, this really is the best implementation of that dish that I've ever had. Now, that came out to be my number 1. I had so many dim sums today that I can't end the review without some special mentions. There are 2 that I have in mind. One is the bolo bao. The bolo bao was amazing. It had this really nice, not overdone skin. The flavor was not too sweet, and it was just so nice coming out of the oven, piping hot. And the second special mention that I have is the salted egg yolk bun. That fluffy bun was amazing. Let's not even talk about the lava. Just the bun itself was so fluffy. It was nice and big, and the filling was generous. It had that salted egg yolk flavor, and it was totally delicious in the right proportions. So those are my 2 special mentions. Overall, this is my first review that I've ever had at Canton Manor for dim sum. I'm really glad I came with a large group. It's Saturday afternoon. There are plenty of people here eating with their families. It's a nice, lively atmosphere. If you bring your family here, I think everyone would love it. And I brought my family here, and they love it. Very last dish, actually a bonus dish, is the Xiao Wang Jingpian Chao Mian. This is a squid fried noodle. Look how beautiful that is. And I can smell that supreme soy sauce. Okay, Now, this is the bonus review. It has nothing to do with dim sum. We ordered the fried noodles with squid, and this is it. Let's try this. Gosh. So one big reason why we ordered this dish is because you can't get this wok hei at home. It's delicious. That soy sauce and noodle combination, great. Here's the dried squid, very good. There was a decent amount of it when I looked at the dish. Another reason to come here, even for dinner. I want to thank everyone for watching my channel. This week, my channel has gone past 1,500 subscribers. Thank you very much. And there's something that I want to mention for all my viewers. If you have relatives or friends that are coming to New York, please recommend my channel because I think it would help them in selecting reasonably priced, good restaurants. So please recommend my channel whenever you have a chance. Thank you. And I'll see you in my next video. The bill before tip is $199.68.